FLGN coverage of the Las Vegas Open is made possible by the generous support of our sponsors. Alkylabs.com, Matalis.com, Play with Magic, Frontline Gaming, champions of tabletop, Best Coast Pairings, competitive events made easier, The Army Painter, more time for gaming. Live game scores are powered by the Tabletop Battles app, available now on Android and coming soon to iOS.
Warhammer 40,000, off at just $40K, is a tabletop miniature war game where players control armies of miniature models. The game is played on a tabletop, with terrain and models representing the armies in the battlefield. The setting is less sci-fi and more space fantasy. The Imperium of Man is a galaxy-spanning empire, defended by chapters of genetically modified warrior monk super soldiers. Literally trillions of soldiers from the Imperial Guard. Humanity is beset on all sides by aliens, including orcs, Eldar, Necrons, and Tyranids. Oh, and there's also chaos. Demons are real, and they're very upset about everything. The basic gameplay revolves around 2 players, each with their own army, taking turns to move their models, shoot at their opponent's models, and engage in hand-to-hand combat. The game's rules are relatively easy to learn, but the strategies and tactics can take a lifetime to master. The Las Vegas Open is the showcase for the very best tabletop gaming available anywhere in the world.
Yikes. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the LVO. Other way. You're up, I'm down. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this semi-final matchup in our 3rd day of the LVO 10, LVO X, whatever we want to do it. My name is Adam Kemley. I'm joined by the incredible
Peter the Falcon Colosimo.
We have one of the games of the round. It is going to be an absolute throwdown slobber knocker. We have Mike Porter, the man from the UK who has dropped 1 game essentially this ITC season, sitting in number 2 or number 3 in the world.
Number 3 in the ITC currently.
Playing against the number 2 in the ITC, Jack Harpster. So essentially what this boils down to, guys, going to set the stage straight up to get you oomphed for this finals matchup. Whoever wins this wins the ITC this year.
Yep. So while they may not guarantee themselves an LVO victory just by winning this, whichever player wins the LVO. Now there is a scenario, the ITC. There is a scenario here, if the game is scored close enough, and depending how the next game goes, where Jack still pulls off the ITC win.
Yeah.
If the game is very close together, like the point differential is far enough that Jack might still pull ahead.
There's like 10 points between the two.
There's
between
10 points
Porter
between the two.
And Mr. Porter. And should Jack get a tiny, like a 5-point loss, and then Mike get dunked in the final, technically Jack could still win it.
Jack has that small possibility there in that scenario. But otherwise, essentially the winner here takes it all on the ITC stage. And this is an excellent matchup between two, obviously top-tier players. Harlequins versus Blood Angels is a great game to watch, particularly between these 2 lists.
Yeah. And we know that both these guys know what they're doing against each other. They're both very versed. They're both very technical players. And, I mean, Mike Porter has just refused to change his list, despite rolling nurse points changes, all this stuff. He's just like, light's what I play, light's where I'm staying.
Yeah, and I mean, every time Light has taken a nerf, people have wondered if it was still going to be the list to beat.
Yeah.
And Mike has proven that, yes, it
absolutely
definitely is.
I mean, Jack went and won a Super Major with Twilight Harlequins. So Jack's very well versed in what this army does. In addition, some of the best players in the UK are Space Marine players, and Mike's beat them all.
Mike's beat them all. Stephen Box is a well-known Blood Angels player in the UK. Porter just takes him to lunch whenever he can.
Takes him to lunch.
Wrecks him.
But he doesn't pay. Jeez. But my absolute pleasure and honor. Now, these 2 guys are great talkers. They're both phenomenal spokesmen for this great game.
And they're good friends.
And good friends and good gentlemen. They were even saying before this, like, 2 of the best games that Jack has ever played, he said, were both against Mike Porter. So I think he has wins and losses. I think they have wins and losses.
No, actually. So they were supposed to play twice. They've only actually played once. At the WTC, Jack beat Porter at the WTC in 2022. He said it was his best game of the 2022 year. He's hoping that this early into the 2023 season, he'll have his best 2023 game.
Yeah, he's going to start off at the top. It's all downhill from Jack here if he wins.
So let's go over the mission. This is Death and Zeal, mission 3-2. It's the same mission that we did for the Shadow Round, guys. So
it's a slobber knocker.
It is a slobber knocker. It is corners deployment. There is a 9-inch radius bubble in the middle that you can't put any models in to start the game. And this is a violent mission for violent people.
You start so close to each other, 18 inches, which is like nothing to these armies.
No. Exactly. The Death Company are going to have free reign almost on anything in Mike's backfield if they want.
It's not possible. If Jack goes first, it's not possible for Mike to play a relevant game and not have the Death Company get him.
Yeah. They're going to kill something.
If he goes, if he wants to.
If he wants to, yeah. Now, here's the thing. Jack is a very passive Blood Angels player.
He flips the script.
He often likes to take secondaries where he can kill 1 or 2 units a turn and leave it at that and just rack up secondaries. Very uncommon in a Blood Angel world, but it's often the best way to play. When you look at Jack, Sam Procopio from Team Canada, when you watch these guys play, like that's how they pull off their wins.
Yeah. They use the aggression, they use the aggressive potential of the army as a deterrent. They wield that as just as much as a weapon as their melee profiles. And essentially they stop you doing things because if you were to try, you would die. And so that they convert into power, into points. Thank you everyone who's joining us as well. Thanks to our sponsors as well. We've got a nice sponsor reel that goes for you across the screen every now and then. It's going to be popping up, usually between movement phases, especially in deployment. You're going to hear us talking, but then we're going to take a step back during the shooting phases, fight phases, charge phases, especially when we've got 2 absolute great talkers, absolute great personalities on the stream. Don't need to be hearing from us, hear it from the horse's mouth. But, who are you tipping? Who are you going for? Who do you think's got this?
Okay, this is hard for me.
It's really hard for me too, man.
This may be one of the hardest choices I've ever had to make in my life.
He's got a bunch of children.
It's a real Sophie's
really
choice for me.
Yeah.
Mike Porter is one of the top-tier gentlemen in the 40K community. He's just well known for being an incredible soul. So coming into this event, I really was hoping Porter would win. I did put a little bit of money on Lennon, and unfortunately Lucas Troller ruined that for me. Lucas.
On this mission, yeah?
The previous mission, other table quarters. Brian Sipe was my dark horse, and he lost like a jerk. But Mike Porter was kind of my tertiary. However, I have told Jack Harpster that he is my best friend. I may have lied. But he's going to be real mad if I don't say that he should win this game. So I'm going to go for Harpster. He's playing Blood Angels, my second favorite army. He's my technical best friend, at least for this event. So it's got to be Harpster. But if either of these guys win, I'm happy.
All right. Well, I guess I got to go for Porter. Wait a second. I can't go for Porter. I'm part of Art of War.
Yeah.
Wow, rocking a hard place. Thank you for making the wrong pick, because I'm going for Jack as well.
Okay, well, how about this? If you go for Jack, I'll take Porter, because we have to make it.
I don't really mind if Porter wins.
So, Jack, I'm betraying you. You are no longer my best friend.
Thank you.
Mike Porter, you are my best friend now.
I'll get kicked out of my club.
Mike, I know you and I have only ever talked twice, but that's what we're going to do. So let's cut to the player audio for just a little bit here while we wait for them to pop all their secondaries, because Jack hasn't quite picked them, and we're going to go through that.
It's almost like you just went, I'm just going to copy and paste 3 things.
Yeah, I do have 3 of this, 3 of this, and 3 of that, and 4 characters.
Yeah, so
it's good enough to get me a top 4. Cool.
Okay, folks, it looks like we have already an update from Dustin. Dustin is currently sopping wet. They put sunglasses on him so you wouldn't see the water in his eyes. But he's there for you. So let's cut to Dustin real quick for an update from the Sean Naden.
That was a long time ago. Oh, yeah. Minor Shock Tactics, Fury of the Lost, and Raise Banner.
Hello and welcome to the semifinals of LVO X and the Nephilim mission pack. I'm here to give you a quick update on the game that's not going to be on live stream for you, but will be over on War Games Live if you want to check it out there. We have Sean Naden with his orcs against Matt Morrisali and the what he calls better than Broviathan demon build that just barely eked out a win against Nick Donavani the round before. He has had a lot of great games beforehand. He's not feeling very confident in the game he's going into now. He does feel that orcs from Sean Naden are a very hard counter. If Sean gets first turn and can pin him into his deployment zone, it's going to be very hard for Matt to get out and get those points to keep it close. But we're going to see what happens there. I will give you updates throughout the round as much as I can. It's going to be a very exciting semifinals. Stay tuned, and I'll be back with you shortly.
Thank you, Dustin. I don't know how my mute button works, but thanks so much for what you've provided there.
I want to detail the different polarities and different stances I'm going to interpret from the way these gentlemen have placed their terrain. Jax looks like the defensive player. It looks like he's placed, like he doesn't want to get shot, doesn't want to get charged very easily, but he wants that staging area. Whereas Mike has got really open spaces. It looks like he's not afraid of being shot at all. He's very happy
the shooting is a couple of Inferno pistols and some Angelus bolt guns.
And some infiltrators versus double shuriken cannons or here, there, and everywhere.
Yeah. So this is kind of what I would have expected. This is how Jack often is going to pop his terrain. He needs these staging points to keep Mike honest, and then he's going to pop the infiltrators probably behind these crates, maybe one in this bottom ruin, and play that game.
I'd be surprised if he goes into the top left.
Well, he wants to avoid getting
He might
collapsed.
double and triple down into the bottom right. If we get to the telestrator up for people, I'm pretty sure Jack's going to go for a triangle play along these 3 objectives. We might see 10 infiltrators holding down points here, and then if he first turns, we might see Death Company go to this position or to this position, depending if he goes first or second. I wouldn't be surprised if they start in this first one here, and they end up in the second one should you go first, and then they'll just yeet in, try and kill 2 or 3 boats. Yeah. Literally. Because this is the biggest challenge for Jack in this, will be his boat management. Where does he go, and how does he de-boat all these Harlequins and get them onto the table so he can kill them?
And the other thing here that I really like is the positioning of this ruin means that Jack does have a secondary staging point if Mike decides to hard collapse up this way.
Exactly right.
It does give him a backup so that he can quickly readjust. The thing about Harlequins list, guys, is you just never know where they're going to be, right? Yeah. And they can move so quickly. We were talking pre-game about how many times somebody has looked at a Harlequins game and just thought the Harlequins were losing. In fact, Harpster was yelling loudly about how literally every round since round 2, someone has walked up to him and told him that Mike Porter had lost his game or was currently losing his game. And then
turns out they were lying.
Turns out they were lying. And it's just because of how much 5 Harlequin troops can do at the end of a game, or how like a Starweaver can just jump on an objective.
5 Harlequins with unlimited CP can just do whatever they want.
Exactly.
Like write the infinity symbol into the CP zone, and then you just watch them do literally the Lord's work. Just take you to the moon and back. But let's break down some lists for you guys, and we're going to talk about these secondaries. Our chat mods are probably well on top of getting them in the chat for you guys. Even if they're not, we're going to tell you a little bit about them. We've actually got some we got some stats on these players, lovingly provided us by the Stats Check crew, absolute legends that they are. Please go check them out on YouTube and their live shows, which used to be on Wednesday mornings for me. I think they're on Tuesday evenings.
Yes.
Wednesday mornings in Australia, in the future, where I used to live. But I'm going to tell you about Mike Porter's list. So he has playing a light Sadith Harlequins list. Starts off with a battalion. He's got a Shadowseer, a Troop Master with the Queen of Shards and Chegarax Rose, so super melee, punchy, baddie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 5 Harlequin troop, each one of them having 2 fusion pistols, 2 neuro disruptors, and an amalgam of Harlequin weapons, kisses, caresses, embraces. So these are essentially, they do a little bit of shooting, they do some really good combat, and they're a nice, well-rounded thing. And they can shoot out of the boats, which are all going to be inside of, because then for boats, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Starweavers in this detachment. And then in addition, he has a Solitaire, who essentially is a missile. We talked about missiles with the Killer Claw War Boss in previous rounds. We talked about missiles in fact, just about everything that Jack has is a missile, the Death Company. Think of the Solitaire like this. It's something that he can shoot out, that is very aggressive, can start on the table, tiny little base, can little weave and duck and jump over terrain and other models as if they're not there, get into tight little spaces and just gut good units. Then he has 2 Death Jesters. Now these are 2 of the best tech pieces available for Harlequins. One of them denies Overwatch, and which isn't going to be a huge thing in this game, but naturally against all the Zinch Flamers and things out there, absolute essential piece of tech. And then is his second patrol detachment. He's got another Troop Master. This one has the Storied Sword and Veiled King. So another really
it's another close combat monster.
Not as good as the Chegarax Rose, but still very respectable. Another 2 units of 5 troop, making up to 8. Exactly the same kids, 8 of them. Each one has 2 fusions, 2 disruptors again, a couple of weapons, and 1 more Starweaver. So if you do the math, 1 unit troop starting on the table, everything else can be in a boat.
Yes.
Essentially everything else can be in a boat. So 100% Jack should win the deployment.
2 fists, 3 swords, all in
drop, because Mike's got essentially, what? 8 drops?
He's got 9 drops when it's all said and done.
9 drops. And, well, let's tell you about Jack's list.
So Jack's list is about as simple can be, and yet it was tailor-made for what he expected to see at this event. So Jack's running a Blood Angels battalion with Commander Dante as his warlord. He chose not to pay for his warlord trait. He's got Lamarties, with, the Death Company chaplain, with Catechism of Fire and Mantra of Strength. He's got a Sanguinary Priest with the Teeth of Terra, and he's paid for the Soul Warden warlord trait, which lets him have a 5-up Feel No Pain bubble all around with him, with around 6 inch against mortals within 6 inches, and he'll have his 6-up Feel No Pain within 3. He's got 3 units of Infiltrators. And that's the big tech piece here for Jack in this meta. He's got 3 units of 7 Sanguinary Guard and 3 units of 5 Death Company. 1 unit of the Death Company have 4 Thunderhammers and then a Chainsword. The other 2 units have 5 Infernal Pistols, 2 Power Fists, and 3 Power Swords apiece. And he rounds it off with an Auxiliary with the Sanguinary Ancient with the Wrath of Baal and Rites of War. So that Sanguinary Ancient is kind of like a linchpin unit for what'll probably be 2 Sanguinary Guard units to make sure that they keep objective secured and that they get that 14-inch movement.
Yeah.
And it's going to help that first Death Company missile if he needs to use it.
It's wild that he's willing to pay 2 CP for that piece of tech, but it's so invaluable, and you'll see him use it if he does decide to get aggressive. It's such a key piece.
Well, it just lets that Death Company in particular have a 26-inch movement on the first go, and if he strings them out properly, getting full rerolls from Dante. So if there's a juicy piece that he wants to put a Thunderhammer into, it's going to connect. Now, with there only being boats here, it's unlikely that that's what he'll be using it for.
Yeah.
There's the possibility that he takes one of his Infernal Pistol units and does it, so that he can pop the boat with those
and kill the contents.
And then kill the contents, and that would be like a really big trade, a good trade for Jack. But other than that, like, he's probably going to do what we're seeing here. He's staging. He's doing kind of what I originally thought. He's staging here and here.
Yeah.
And so I think he's just kind of blocking this off, and then, yes, I believe this is triangle is his goal.
He wants to scare Mike out of putting anything into the top left,
yes,
whilst extending control into the middle, and, of course, into that triangle I was talking about. So right now, he's got 2 units of Sandguard in that L, and they're exerting control over that triangle I was talking about. Looks like in the top right, he's actually put Infiltrators like right at the back.
Yes,
I think those
right
Infiltrators
here.
in the top right. Yeah, so he's put 1 unit there, and he's putting the other unit behind the Sandguard. And it's, of course, they're going to be the first unit to run out and die on the middle, I assume. What are we seeing for secondaries here for Jack?
So Jack has taken Shock Tactics, which is a Space Marine specific secondary, Fury of the Lost, and Banners. So tell me a little bit about Shock Tactics, because this is one that I've been talking up a lot for Jack Harpster as like one of his key ways to victory.
Yeah. So Shock Tactics involves flipping of objectives, so taking an objective off your opponent. Every time you do, it's 4 points. So essentially, if you do it 3 times in a game, that's a very good secondary. You do it 4 times, that is maximum on that secondary. And of course, as we can see, exerting this much control on these 3 objectives in a 5-objective mission, your opponent needs to be fighting for 1, if not 2 of these themselves. And so you're always going to have opportunities, especially when you move as fast as Jack does, and everything in your army can literally kill anything in Mike's army, should they be able to touch it. So pretty good pick there by Jack. Are you looking up Fury of the Lost?
Well, Fury of the Lost is the Death Company specific secondary, in which he's going to score victory points if he kills any unit with a Death Company, if the Death Company unit itself dies.
Yes.
Both ways he scores points.
Both of these things are going to have to happen.
And and that's why he's taken these 3 units of Death Company, and he's taken Lamarties. Lamarties is like a big buff piece for Death Company, but he has that Death Company keyword, so late game, if he's behind on that Fury of the Lost, he can just sacrifice that chaplain.
Absolutely.
Pop out 5, 6, 7 wounds on something, because Lamarties is no joke in combat, and then just let him die. He doesn't care. He wants those extra 2, 3 victory points from him just being murdered on an objective.
Yeah, and then over to Mike's secondaries, he's taken a Deadly Performance, which is a Harlequin specific one we'll unpack for you in a moment. But then he's taken Behind Enemy Lines and Assassination. Now, Assassination I think is pretty straightforward. Jack is going to have to use his characters a lot, because they're going to be the linchpin buff pieces to enable most of his army to really activate and get stuck into this game. But if I was Jack, I'd be very happy to see Behind Enemy Lines being taken by Mike, because Behind Enemy Lines is going to directly feed into Fury of the Lost. Because he's just going to put units in his deployment zone to get those points, kills them with Death Company, and completely nullifies any points that Porter is getting from that secondary.
That is definitely like a mirrored point scenario here for Jack, so he has to be happy to see it. And Behind Enemy Lines is frequently something that you would see a Blood Angels player take if he didn't take Relentless Assault. So let's cut to the players, because we're going to see who goes first.
You going first, dude?
All right.
And see what happens.
Mike. Please. Let's go.
Those mics, mate. Oh, God, that's good. That's good.
It kind
if
of
you
always
missed
goes
it,
like this. Huh?
Jack went first. They had a big
so
cuddle, they had
glad
a
we're
head shake.
today.
Jack rolled a
Really
6,
are.
Mike rolled a 1.
It
We're
just
off to
did.
the races.
Yeah, you know, it just had to
We're
be
going
like
to
this.
see.
This
I don't
feels
think Mike has the CP to Phantasm,
Okay,
which will be
so
redeploying and shifting things
by
around.
pre-game move,
But we're going to see if Jack
give
goes
them the
full
buff.
send turn
go
1.
14.
Kill some boats.
And any way I started blasting at you. There's 3 boats here. If this unit goes 26, he can decide between 2 boats. And realistically, what's going to happen is you move 6, I still get both boats. Because they're +1 to charge. So I'm going to be 1 inch away from you. You move 6, it's still going to be like a 6. Well, I just want to get kills, you know? It's so weird you're not on your objective.
Well, it's deadly performance.
That's so weird. Oh, no, for me it was shock tactics.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 luck dice.
Negative, sir.
That is a no luck.
That's nice. All right, I am going to pre-game move, so I'm going to go up to 1 at the start of my turn. I'm going to move exactly to the center because that's 9 inches from your deployment zone. Boop. Boop. 6 from him. Let's get the parallax right. There you go. The back guy is going to be here for buffs. So I got to spread out a little bit, but like that generally.
And we're seeing exactly kind of what we thought was going to happen here with these Death Company. He's using the Inferno pistols.
Every buff
he's
on
moving
them.
to the middle. It gives him range on 2 squads of boats, depending on which one he wants, to try and pop one and then take the other out in close combat.
Well, so you're sure these are Inferno pistols? They're not Thunderhammers? They look like they got Thunderhammers.
Oh, he had originally said he was going to try to shoot one and then pop the other. Maybe he has range on one of the top units.
One of the top units.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking as well.
I would like to, yeah.
That'd be good.
The average is I should.
Actually.
Oh, he's going to double charge. Yeah. That's what he's going to just do.
That's sad.
No, the guys with fusion are more important, honestly. I'm just trying to get my Fury of the Lost and stuff.
Yep.
These guys are going to walk to the objective. Raise banner. Not my sergeant. Like so. Shift down, shift down, shift down, shift down. I'm going to send 1 unit in here, actually. Because I like controlling objectives. I don't know about you.
Nah, that's not what this game's about.
All right, 1 dude's going to be on the objective. Or there's going to be a couple, honestly.
You sure, yeah?
Yeah. And then Sangard are going to run over. They still go 14 inches because they move +1. They advance +1. So they're still in. Heroic the whole thing. That's what I know. And I've got obsec from the troops, and the troops are raising the banner.
Got it all covered, haven't you?
Hopefully. Hopefully.
Really good start by Jack. Really good deployment by Jack here. He deployed on the off chance he went second and was able, because a lot of people when they play those infiltrators, they play them way too aggressive. They pitch them up into that middle behind that crate. By getting to go first though, he's now able to just run on, keep it protected.
Yep.
He's got his triangle set up and he's threatening that top left like you said.
Exactly right.
But we're gonna do it anyway. Just to say that we did. Crack grenade into one of them.
Oh, don't you dare shoot me. Go on.
Take a wound. Take a save anyway.
Take a save. Nope.
Take 2.
This one?
Yep.
Top.
Doesn't actually matter. I'm gonna charge both boats.
As you should.
Okay. And I'm gonna go 9 inches. Because
Cool.
+1.
Solitaire's in here, Jack, if you want to charge him too.
Oh, that is risky as hell, and I love it. I did not see him until you moved around.
Do you want to do something different?
No. This is now just a feast of options. I'm definitely gonna declare him because he can heroic into me easy. You don't have luck dice. You do have a CP. You can fast roll it, which is kind of annoying. I can re-roll the hit against him. I could probably just clip the solitaire here, real simple. Yeah, I'm gonna try solitaire too.
Really good call out by
I
Porter
would
here,
really
very
like
sportsmanlike,
killing boats
because
is
that would have
great.
been quite
Killing
the gotcha
solitaire
moment
is
to hit those
absolutely
boats and
greater.
then just get murdered by the solitaire.
Hopefully I kill one of them. That's gonna bring him to here. It'd be nice to not have the solitaire live through a gorillion wounds, but you know.
So not this boat, but that boat. And
Yeah, I mean technically I'm in combat with the boat, so you'll be able to do your silly little attacks on me. There are 4 attacks, not 5, because you're not Twilight. You nerd. I might not kill anything here, which is the annoying part. I'm +1, -1. They hit on 3s. That one's on 4s. That one's on 2s. Just need 2 to go through. Whatever. Let's throw it. I have to throw into the solitaire, I think, because he could heroic me no matter what. I'm going to do 3 hammers into the solitaire, 1 hammer, and the chainsword into the wounded boat.
So, yes, you were declaring solitaire.
Yeah, I didn't see him until I was around there.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm just thinking if he needs to just jump away.
Oh, if he needs to jump away. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be able to redeclare after that.
Yeah, yeah. So he is going to jump away.
He's going to jump? Where's he going?
Going as far away from...
Yeah, he's good. He's out of here.
So Mike has declared to use the light Sadith stratagem, where he gets to move after being declared as a charge. That nice little bit of back and forth that Mike was just be like, well, if you are going to declare me, I will jump away before you get charged. Because there is a propensity that Jack kills all of them. There's also a chance he kills none of them. But it's a big chance that he really doesn't want to have to make.
Yeah, and even though we're in Vegas, like this is for the top of the ITC, so they're not going to gamble very much at all. Although Jack seems to be willing to.
Jack was willing to. I love it. He's full sending.
It's not enough.
Probably
It's
not.
not enough. Don't
Probably
split it, Jack.
not.
Don't. Go all in.
You're right. 14 and 6. 6 on the one, 14 on the other.
I can't believe I made you change your mind. Don't listen to me.
No, shouldn't, but you know.
I'm invested. We need to roll in there, dude.
Oh, yeah, okay. Chainsword first. 6 attacks.
Do we need to use these dice as well? Because can I use my dice?
I'm using my dice.
You can use your dice.
Oh, yes.
My dice are loaded, so... Oh, shoot, I said
In fact, no, these were really good against Brad.
I said it out loud.
So I'm going to keep these.
I was going to hammer Wrath him, by the way, if he didn't pull away.
Yeah.
I just do like 4 mortals to him and then kill him. He has 5 wounds? Yeah, I could just ace him right there. As it is, into the boat. Chainsword attacks.
This one?
3s. And the wounded one, yeah.
Why are you 3s?
Because +1, -1 on the chainsword.
Oh, they got +1 hit.
Yeah.
Kill.
It won't matter on the hammers, but it matters here. Wounding on 4s. 2.
1.
Takes 1 down to 3.
That's a good number for you, right?
It's a good number. 14 attacks into the other boat from hammers. Only 4 hits. 3 wounds.
Yeah, just to confirm, you can use your own dice, but roll it.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Okay, cool.
Good. Lives somehow. And swing at the other one. 4 hits.
There you go.
Same.
There you go.
3 wounds. It's dead. All right, at least I got a kill.
Doesn't blow. 6 guys.
2. I was just hoping to get a kill. And also tag the boat so that the boat doesn't get to advance and do anything.
Makes sense.
Really good play by Jack. Really good play by
Really some movement in this
big
weird
for Mike
direction.
that only one of those boats died.
The fact that 14 attacks equated to what, 3 saves?
Yeah.
That is absolutely crazy.
Remind me the
But hey,
mission secondary
swings and
for this one?
roundabouts.
Well, I don't believe he got
It
the
is kill
Dante
units that are on
reroll
objectives,
them, did
take
he?
new
No, he didn't
objectives.
have else to hit. Exactly right.
So I'm gonna
Dante
go
must
on
be
that
up in the top
objective.
left.
Yeah.
Is the only thing I can say from
I'm
that.
going to tap the boat with everybody. Just going to whoop, whoop, alley. Tap terrain with everybody who can. Not that it really matters. Would have liked to kill both. That would have been nice. Either way, turn, threw up 3 banners. Didn't get shock, but, you know, that's not a shocker. And then got a kill, so I have 3 on Fury of the Lost.
3?
3.
Okay, my turn.
Over to you, my good lad.
So in chat, you guys are just discussing the 2CP Death Company stratagem that Jack used. So essentially, you pay 2 CP to pre-game move 1 unit of Death Company, and
Yeah.
they just move as long as they
Up
stay
to
9,
12 inches.
As long as they stay 9 inches away from opponent's deployment. Yeah?
Exactly.
So essentially, he moved up exactly to the middle point of the middle objective, which is exactly 9 inches from his opponent's deployment zone. Staged there, put a bunch of buffs on him from the ancients, +1 to hits, and etc., etc. And then his movement phase, he was still within range of the ancient for the +2 move,
Yes.
and just went a nice, beautiful 14 inches down and declared a charge.
Yeah, so the Death Company had a full 26 inches they were capable of moving here, which let them get really deep into enemy lines, which we knew was something that could happen.
Yeah, exactly right.
Well, give me your units. I don't care. Hammers are like legitimately the worst one in this matchup, which is so strange. At least I got a kill.
And there's a big cluster of...
Very angry
Dudes.
death. Very, very angry death coming your way. Someday soon.
Fusion pistols.
can no longer.
Oh
advance
yeah, and they
shoot
wouldn't have
from
gotten
room.
rerolls to hit from the.
Yeah,
Fusion
exactly.
pistols.
Yeah, he's light sided. Yeah, I keep thinking he's
what's
Twilight.
Oh,
just
my
because
fusion pistol.
Yeah,
I
it's
used to
like
assume
what
the
yours
Twilight.
Inferno pistol.
Oh.
A way
Phase-
cooler name.
Although I always
a way
think so.
cooler name.
They're not trans-hit in combat. No, they're trans-hit all the time, aren't they?
Yes.
They're just trans-hit, no reels all the time. Man, no wonder he still plays it. It's crazy.
Okay, so we do have an update coming from the Sean Naden game here from Dustin. Let's cut to him really momentarily and see what he has to say.
Quick update from the field, guys. We do have an update on the Sean Naden Matt Morsali game. Initiative has been rolled. Before Sean rolled, he called rolling a 6 as he wants to go first. They got the 6. Orcs are going first, and they have chosen violence. I'll be back later to tell you how it goes. Back to the live game.
So that's really bad news for Morsoli. He
Bad
did
news,
not
guys.
want Orcs to go first on this particular map. That's like the one thing where if he didn't, like, it just is.
Yep.
It's going to be hard for him to come back from that unless he deployed perfectly.
I really hope he used his Nurglings to block off some charges, and I hope all the Flamers are on the table, but not chargeable. I want them 3 layers back, and then all come up and just roast and toast. We have some beautiful stats for you guys being provided by the great team at Stats Check. Jack Harpster. Season-long win rate at 89%. Notable event number 1's the US Open Chicago, number 1 at the Nova Open, and number 1 at the Cherokee Open. 89% win rate for Harpster this season. But Mike Porter, now this is absolutely busted. Absolutely busted. I think only Richard
Here's the
Siegler
thing,
may have
right? Like,
rivaled this.
if you come onto these
For,
objectives, it's not
because
your
Richard
fault.
lost 1 game in a season, so he
I
may
get
be
my
the
thing.
same. Mike's season-long win rate, 98.1%. That is terrifying. He's got number 1 at Nottingham Super Major, number 5 at Leicester Super Major,
I get
number 1
2
at Coventry
alternate primary
3-day
on that one.
GT,
Is
and
that
number
correct?
8 at the London GT.
And the only reason why he was number
Hold on a
8
second.
was because he left before the
We're
final
holding
round.
the
He had to
one-
work
the one
next
hole
day. He
did
couldn't
not
stay for
fall
the
at the
day
start.
For the
3.
finals, yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous. But dude, 98% win rate.
Who's got
in
the
12 months
mortal
of
wounds
huge
saved?
events that he's attended. Absolutely busted. Inez Wilson of Stats Check was the only person to give him an L this whole year.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we'll see if
She's
Jack can give
getting
him
out.
one as well this
He's gonna
season.
get out
but
here and then can be
absolutely
run there,
nuts.
so he can-
Next one is Sean Naden. His season, he's at 80% for his season. He's won 80% of his games. His notable events coming in 8th at US Open Kansas and 4 at the Krampus Crawl Brawl, which I think happened just before Christmas.
And that's pretty good for a guy that basically retired from the game because of having children.
He took 9 months off because he had a baby.
Yep.
And then he came back and it's just like, oh yeah, it's just still the same Sean. It's 100% still the same dude. He's got no F's to give.
That's got twoops
Matt
in it.
Morrisoli, my
some
boy,
dudes.
number
Got some
1.
fellas.
He won the ITC in Australia at Uprising last weekend. I can't remember where he came there. He was a 5-1. Sorry, 7-1. He lost 1 game out of the 8 rounds. He's got 91.1% on his win rate. His notable events is number 3 at the WTC singles. He, of course, was part of the legendary Australian championship team for the World Team Championship. Number 1 at the Hobart GT and number 1 at the North and South GT, where he beat me.
He's got some
to
gentlemen.
get that number 1, by the way. I just got to point that out. Bastard.
You
And
start
so
at 1, you
that is
said?
the stats as they sit right now.
So
All
my
these
turn, you want
guys
to two,
have
you spend a 1, and you
ridiculous
turn, you
win
go to two.
rates. Just
Yep.
absurd. 80 plus on all of them. 2 of them being 90 plus. 1 of them being 90 freaking 8%. It's unheard of. As a stats person yourself, how do you feel about all this?
I mean, this is kind of common for the top
It
top
is,
end,
it
other
is.
than Mike.
It's
Mike is
gonna
the
go
is the
boys.
one
That's
exception.
a freak. That's a
I've
freak
done
stat.
I've done stats for this for like Charity Hammer and things in the past. I've run ELOs on a lot of the top players. 98 is about 8-9 points higher than the best we've seen over the last several years. Really.
Yeah,
So.
literally only Richard Siegler I could say.
No,
could have been
Richard
near that.
still was in the high 80s.
Really?
Yeah.
In the last year when
In
he
the last
played
couple
like
of years.
4 events.
Yeah. Well,
Wow,
not
there
when
you go.
not this last year, but the years prior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow, there you go. Mike Porter, absolute freak. So, I mean, on that, all the money's got to be on him, right? All the money's got to be on him. But in saying that, Jack has set himself up for a phenomenal,
Jack has
phenomenal
had a
turn.
phenomenal turn one.
I mean, if he popped the other boat, it'd be a perfect turn. He's got 3 banners up. He's holding
go-
fast
like
on
you can do
3 objectives, and yeah, he can respond to pretty much anything Mike does. I want to know how much
Understanding you won't come and kill my
Jack
Secondaries.
puts and
Mutual will.
invests into hurting
That's right.
Mike's score,
Between-
or whether
between
he's just
two homies.
confident that he's got the strat that's going to take him there.
Between 2 fellas.
So let's take a listen to what the players are saying. It looks
that
like
was
we've got a
after
solitaire
thought,
kind of
right?
mislip.
Yeah,
From
this
what I
is
can
the
hear from the
three,
players,
that's the
his
Lead
plan
eight,
is to
lead
hopefully
six.
kill the Sanguinary
Yeah,
Ancient
you're actually my
in kind
6th
of like an
leadership while you're
assassination
next to
mission.
my death company.
So we'll have to
Really?
see if
Yeah,
he's
it's
capable
pretty
of
strong.
doing it.
Damn it, I knew that.
Well, I'll let you 2CP auto pass if you want.
Such a nice guy.
Yeah, do it again.
I don't care what anybody else says about you, Jack.
Oh, yeah.
You're okay, you.
What I probably should have done was just chased the solitaire and just aced him.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thrown off by the fact I didn't know he was there until after. But yeah, I should have just been like, no, he's gone. You don't get that tool.
Yeah, I think he's pretty big actually in this.
Yeah, he's pretty big. He's a large lad. Ah, you're giving me shock.
There you are, good sir.
You're giving me shock?
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
I'm forcing you to come out.
Oh,
you will
no.
play this game, Jack.
Oh,
you
no.
will play this game.
I have to come out? I what? I have to do what?
So that's not that important. But that is a... Ooh. Nah. No, no, no.
You cut it out, you.
Just need to actually go over 3 dudes. Just in case.
Just why not, you know?
Just in case.
Just cuz. Cuz you can. Remember, this boat fell back.
Yeah, so the troops can shoot.
The troops can shoot, but the boat cannot.
The boat cannot.
I played Harlequins. I know.
Yeah, you know.
I played 8-boat Twilight, because Twilight's just always been better than Light. Nobody knows. This whole time.
I
Nobody
totally
figured it
disagree
out.
with you. And I am the #1 Harlequins player in the world, so I'm right.
Oh my
right.
god. That is some tasty burritos right there.
These guys are throwing hammer blows at each other's egos. I like it.
I mean, I don't know if we've ever had the chance to talk to Jack for more than 5 minutes.
I do. I have. Yes. I've lived with Jack.
Like this is Jack. But this is a new thing for Jack, because I remember talking to him like 3 or 4 years ago, prior to the Art of War stage of his life.
Yep.
And he was essentially Eeyore. Like, and that's I'm surprised that's not the name they went for him in the trap house, because he was just like a pretty depressing kind of guy.
The difference between him and Eeyore is that Jack is a very well-versed martial artist. unlike Eeyore, Eeyore can't really pretzel up people.
What are you talking about? Eeyore throws hammers. He throws hands. Catch them. You just don't see it because they're not going to put that in animation at him. You don't want to see Eeyore taking down Tigger.
Somebody do that for me, and just
someone bodying Tigger.
Have Eeyore taking Tigger's back, choking him out, and just be like, Jack and everybody else.
Just like we started with Matt Morsoli, the demon list being the Yu-Gi-Oh list.
Oh no.
Then Jack Harpster, this is the Eeyore of 40K.
Yeah.
The dudes inside are going to shoot here. So
That's not the psychic phase.
Fusions to hold
on.
Oh,
I was debating transhumaning.
Okay. I'll keep the roll, but you just.
Yeah, you've only got like 2 boats that can shoot me. I'm gonna try.
1, 2, 3, 2 death jesters as well.
So this guy.
1, 2, 3 boats.
Yeah, that
obviously the boat itself can't shoot. Yeah.
I am gonna transhuman.
Are you?
Yes. So 1 dude in cover, taking 5 up from the back. No damage. It's D6 plus 2. Oh, lose a guy.
Cool. Neuros. 1.
5 up. Nope.
Grenade. 4. 2.
2 ups. Good.
Good.
If I just get a 12 here, that's massive. That's why I'm farming for.
I'm fine with that. Fine with a 12. We're playing the patient game, Jack.
Okay. Well, we'll see. I mean, you still have a bunch of shooting at me.
Yep. That boat over there. Into him.
Oh, sorry. It has to be him who took the mortal, because I took a guy in cover. So you have 2 guys in cover, 2 guys out, not 3 guys in cover.
So you just put him in coherency.
Okay. Well, no. I'm fine with not being in coherency. He's about to die. It's fine.
So was he not at the start of the turn? That's what I'm saying. Or was there a dude in cover there?
Yeah, there was a dude in cover there, but I took cover, so I can't then pull the guy out of cover.
Shurikens, loads of hits. So you've got 2.
So those are 3 up on him. Good. And then the AP3 goes to 5 up. 2. Nope, he's down.
Cool. Outside of feel no pain.
Yeah.
So let's go.
So you've done one of 2 boats
Yep.
in the unit.
Yep. This boat. Nice.
Oh, you jerk.
Nice. Come on. 6s. No, 2 apparently.
2 2-ups. Good.
And then that Rift Gold.
Yep, you just got the 2 jesters, and that's it.
That's it. 3.
3s, 4s.
So that's 2
4,
more
I
wounds.
get a 6-up. So 6-up. No. 5-up. Or not a 5-up. It's a not that.
So 3 guys
So I
down.
lose 2, and then I get mortal wounds.
No, it's only a 6-inch range.
It's a 6-inch, sure.
Oh, okay.
So takes 1.
Cool.
Let's see if the last DJ can get him.
1 wound left. You better do it, man. Ooh.
1 hit.
1 hit.
1.
So Rendy.
6-up.
Oh.
No. Ah, right on the nose.
That was nice. That was
Leadership
nice.
check on the sergeant. Oh, I would have gotten a 12. Damn it. I was on the nose last shot.
That was really good. And there, clear that 12.
That was big. I think he got a little bit lucky there, but I think Jack was also a little bit lucky with a couple of saves there, so it came out in the wash. They both pretty much know the math dead on, and Jack was like, "This is 10%. I get a 10% play here. I get a 12.
Yeah.
Probably worth it for 1 CP."
2.
Yeah, 2 2-ups. Good.
Dudes inside this boat, we'll shoot them. Fusions. 2.
1.
5.
Sure.
Yeah. Mortal
Yeah,
wounds. 1.
Hold the wounded
Big
guy.
grenade. 6.
Not good on mortals.
2.
Good.
What else is rubbish in here? Oh, his Phantasm. So it's just these guys to shoot now, Jack.
Yep.
Guy's got a wound left, is that right?
No, that was the wound that... Oh, no, that was the neuro. That's
Yeah.
That's on Hammer Lad.
So we'll do Phantasm grenades. 2 shots. 1 hit. Not that.
Sounds good.
This squad will do 2 neuros and fusion, so 2 mortal wounds, but the fusion first. Misses, so just 2 mortal wounds.
Nope. So chainsaw the wound left.
Cool, and then...
Can you just hand me the death company?
Yeah.
Thanks. No. There's one. The chainsword is left with 1 wound.
Fusion pistol guy. Misses.
Okay. The chainsword is left with 1 wound.
Cool, off.
Just in case it
Making me
matters.
charge them? God damn it. Okay, so... charges.
Yes.
This guy's going to do the little charge that we talked about.
War room trickery is what we call it. Hold on.
Pretty sure that's good, mate.
Yep, 5's good.
Yep.
Just want to double check.
Absolutely. So we'll do the thing. So he can go in there, pile in.
Yep.
So
you've already done the pile in here?
Sorry?
You've already done the pile in here?
Yeah, just so you can't consolidate. We're happy with that?
Yep.
Yeah. And then this bit here. Cool.
Oh, you're going to be so mad when you don't kill me.
I mean, yeah.
Is that Storied Sword guy?
No, this is Rose. He's got a kiss.
So Foot in the Future plus Rose.
So that is...
Oh, that's a 12.
16.
That's a 12.
16.
6 plus 6 is 12.
You plus another 4.
You teach math?
Because I'm English.
You teach math?
Right, so central place. Can you interrupt?
No.
So we'll start here. Let's do the Rose. He's probably most likely to kill him. Loads of hits.
Yeah, not that.
Loads of wounds.
Yep.
5.
Force. Jed.
Okay, so this Solitaire
tick me up another Fury of the Lost, please.
diving into the minefield to try and pick up.
Oh, yeah, it's when I die.
Yep.
When I
I
die.
worked hard.
Banner's going to go down.
Trying to get
9,
his
10.
assassination
So,
points.
Trying to get that
this guy.
assassination,
He's
kill
got
that
4
ancient.
wounds.
4 wounds.
It looks like he took out that death company at the bottom, which Jack fully expected, although it took
It was
way
always
more
gonna
wounds to do than he necessary, but he still gets a victory point out of that.
Yeah, the Solitaire. What did he get a 16 on the charge? Because he's got plus 2 or plus 4 to the charge.
He rolled a 5.
He rolled a 5 for the charge, but then he has all the additionals, all the pluses. Wild, absolutely wild. Man, Solitaire can just do so much stuff. We're getting a little bit of a pause, a little bit of a chat coming down on the stream. We'll update you after it's gone. This is pretty much why we've jumped in, because we know there's going to be a bit of a discussion coming in now. What do you think Jack does in response to what Mike has produced here? He's done a good job getting on the 3 objectives and taking Jack off, but he's just lined up these boats right into the killing floor.
Yeah. I'm just looking here. John is Jack isn't. I call him John. That's actually his actual name. But like Jack has set himself up
John
beautifully.
Harpster.
No matter what the solitaire has done, I think he's still in a pretty good spot.
For the triangle.
Okay, so folks, there was a bit of a, I think some people caught it in chat. There was a little FAPU here where the solitaire got to use the light stratagem. A judge did catch that, folks, so they were just discussing backstage as to what they were going to do. They've come out, and what they've decided is Mike and Jack agreed that instead they would use the Kegarox Rose Troop Master instead, and they've let them go back to replay that fight combat. So we'll cut it back to the cam so we can hear what's going on there. But yeah, so that solitaire was pulled back, and I believe he was actually removed from the game, and they're just letting them redo it with the Troop Master. But he's considered dead. I think that's the right thing to do. Well, Jack rolled out how many mortals he was going to do on the Hammer of Wrath. It was going to do 4 wounds to the solitaire with the Hammer of Wrath. So he needed. And then, of course, he was going to go and just do like the donks with the chainsword into it, which he just needed to do. What is it? 2 wounds? 2 more wounds. 2 more wounds.
It was pretty reliable.
Pretty likely going to happen. But yeah, so the judges have come in.
So you'd hit him on 2s, wound him on 2s.
Yes.
Yeah. Solitaire has been removed, and he's replaced that model with the Truth Master. So it's a big swing here.
Big
it's the
thing
most
for
fair
Jack.
thing to do.
And yeah, I mean it's a rule snafu, and Mike was very cool with it. We could hear what was going on. That's why we cut to us. He understood. He was like, "Yeah, it's my mistake," and played it down. So we're gonna go back to the players, go back to the top down, and
so Mike has played 24 hours of 40K.
Yeah.
You got 2 last turn.
And he's just playing the 25th hour right now.
Yep. So mistakes are going to happen.
These things just happen, guys. It's not a big deal. Active judging on these top tables by the judges has caught that, has intervened, and that's repaired. We're going to jump back in and hear how this is unfolded now.
No, Dante's my warlord.
Do you ever get lucky? Yes.
Okay, 1 up to 1. All right, Rosemaster is about to drop.
Nah.
Yes. Undoubtedly. All right, +1 to wound on their fusion. Yes. +1 strength tax damage on himself. No. Oh, I'll reroll it then. No. All right, need him to drop. I can just do that with Death Company. Like get a kill there with Death Company, get a kill here with Death Company. That's multiple Death Companies.
Banners wise, Jack, you get 2?
Yeah, I get 2. I could jump you, but I don't think that's necessary when I can just keep trading. Because I think I'm up as long as your missile, you lost, because of that, you lost a missile, and that's a character of mine that's living. Yeah. Which is unfortunate. So unit is going to go over here and try to get your... He's your warlord?
Yes.
Is this the mission where you don't get CP if you lose your warlord?
Don't know, actually.
Is this the mission where you don't get CP if you lose your warlord?
I'll have a look, Jack. No, it's objective purged.
Oh, I don't want to purge an objective. Sounds disgusting. Must be conversion then. I always get the 2 mixed up.
No, this is it's not conversion.
No. The conversion is the one where
okay,
you lose your warlord. That's it. Where's your other character?
So he's in here.
So broadly speaking, I'm not losing a character to him.
I mean, I hope you are.
That's just not real life. If you roll a 6, you might be able to attempt it, but then you will get heroic by Sangard. Okay. Just gonna move deeper. God damn it. They're very nice runes, but my hand does get caught on them more often than I would like. They are very close to be able to blast one of these 2. These guys are just getting in the corner here. 16 gets you some amount of shooting, but it will also get you heroic, and I don't think that's an even trade. 16, 22 will not get you any shooting. So you'll be able to shoot me with everything in here if you want. I'm okay with it. Do 5 on here. You can't really contest my home, so oh, he's hiding like way deep in there. That's where he is. So 14 from that hidey hole. Protecting my characters from the ravages of your charges. Dainty Dan, the Daunt Master himself, is going to come over here. Il Dante. Il Dante. All right. Shooting.
All right, jumping. Oh, about to go to the shooting phase. Sorry. Let's not.
All my luck dice are going in there.
Fusion.
Trade.
Ah, you're right. 4s. 2s. 2. Give him +1 to wound. Dead.
Look.
It's alive. That's okay. I'll kill it in fight. Their fusion here. 3s, rolling 1s. 2s. 2.
Look. Nope. Dead.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a 3 on Fury.
That's that.
All right. All right. Yep. Charge you.
I will run away.
You're gonna run away? I am 1 inch away from you, so
6, 5.
I think it's gonna be a 5. Maybe a 4 on the dice.
No, I'm not going to run away. Kill me. Kill me right there.
I'm gonna block you out so you can't get on the objective. If that's the thing you were
yeah,
thinking
I mean,
of.
I could desperate break out,
You could emergency.
which
give
is
you a 12.
definitely worth it.
I actually know what I'm gonna do here. Charge.
What are these shenanigans?
Yeah, one guy's fighting. Actually, I could just not charge you. I'm just not going to charge you.
Yeah,
if that's fine.
Smart move by Jack here. That charge was definitely a trap.
It was.
He has no way to keep him off the objective, and it just steals it for Mike.
Absolutely right. So this was the right call by Jack. Tactical, good. Doesn't get shocked. He still gets shock tactics.
That's my objective.
Yep.
Oh, you don't have to kill me.
And he's still got Fury
Still got
of
his
the
shock
Lost.
tactics. Yeah. So he got a great turn there. He could have lost it all and given a 12. So lost his 4 for shock and given 4 points to Mike Porter had he killed that boat.
Yes, if
So
he'd gotten to it.
8 point swing. So right call by Jack. Top table stuff right there.
Start of my turn, I get an 8.
The scores as they stand right now, with the bottom of 2 scores coming in, should be 29 once it comes in for Mike, to 35 for Jack Harpster, with shock tactics, Fury of the Lost, and a couple of banners coming through. Nothing's going to be scored here yet for Mike. He's going to have to go and to put the work in to get all of his. This is the difference between the 2 secondary suites that they've taken. All of Mike's secondaries require him to do stuff. Jack can get a lot of points by just flipping objectives and putting the banners on.
Yeah. Well, I was just going to say, like, Jack is willing to sacrifice 1 unit at a time for, and score basically 8 points every time he does it, whereas Mike has to put in far more work. That mistake with the Solitaire, and now losing the Troop Master because of it, that's 2 of his big characters dead for really not a whole lot. He does get the Sanguinary Ancient, which does minimize a little bit of the damage output that Jack can get for 1 turn, because then he's going to be an assault anyway, and he loses 2 inches of movement. So we're going to cut to Dustin, because we do have an update on the other game that's going on here. I've taken a look. They just wiped him down. There's the towel.
They
is
have a mop
sopping.
and bucket standing by.
So, but he's ready and he's smiling.
He is leading a little bit of a puddle behind him as he moves, but we keep him going as best we can.
Quick update from the field guys of the Sean Dayton Matt Morsali game. Sean only made 1 charge. He made the Store Boys into Nurglings. The War Boss on a bike failed the charge in the Bloodthirster to try to finish it off this turn. The Storm Boys only killed a single Nurgling base. The Nurglings fought back, killed 1 Storm Boy, and the Storm Boys failed morale. The entire squad fled. That's your update I'll be back later.
That
My
is
boy,
massive.
my beautiful, massive boy.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Champion of the world, Matt
Shut up.
Morrisoli.
Shut up with the Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yu-Gi-Oh! Champion Matt Morrisoli may just make it to the finals off of that incredible, credible business.
That's ridiculous.
Holy crap, that has to be a huge swing. Matt, like, the joy in his heart has to be huge. His trap card worked. The WOG temporarily failed. That being said, there's a lot of game to play. Sean Dayton has so many tools, and it's Sean Dayton. Like, there's not much else that can be said
This
about
is the thing, though. If they're getting to a rolling maul, and things like Scarbrand are actually really bad in this game, but it's no shooting versus 3 units of Flamers and the Lord of Change. They can all just be picking up units here, there, and everywhere. And essentially, the first turn by Sean was nulled. Was completely nullified.
Yes.
In fact, Sean lost a unit in his first turn, with the Storm Boys booking it, which is kind of ridiculous. So, my boy, my beautiful baby boy, Matt Morrisoli, the number 1 in Australia, might just be the LVO champ.
Number 1 in your heart.
It always was, always will be. I am so happy to hear that, because I thought he was absolutely stuffed. There were so many swear words I was gonna say then, but just so you know, I dodged them all.
He had 4 lined up.
Lightning fast reflexes. 1 CP.
So if we're looking here, we can see Mike is moving. You can hear Jack saying, like, it feels like this is all bait, and really it 100% is. Like, Mike's plan here, I would imagine, is to really threaten this top right objective now to force Jack backwards, because then this triangle has to collapse temporarily. He doesn't care about these Death Company yet. He might have to care about them in a turn.
Well, he wants to get them. If he kills both units of Death Company now, it's really hard for the Fury of the Lost. Lamartis has to literally kill things.
Lamartis has to go through. Yeah. But that said, now Mike is kind of setting up this square around Jack to kind of force him to make choices, right?
Yeah.
And like Jack said, I feel like this is bait. This unit here is bait. And 100% would be, because that really pulls Jack down, and now his triangle's completely broken. We'll have to see what he has to do.
Yeah, the shooting into the middle, I mean, he's got 10 wounds there that have a 6-up feel no pain, could have a 5-up feel no pain. So this is pretty spicy, dude. And I'm not seeing what he's doing to... Does he put anything into the bottom right? We've got 1 boat going into the bottom right. Yeah, I just have to lean up to have a look at that. So if he disrupts that bottom right objective and he pushes units into that L, what does Jack have to do to retake and re-establish that triangle will be the question. I think there is a unit of Sangard in the bottom right, though.
I do, yes. There was supposed to be a unit of Sangard, and I believe 5 of the Infiltrators. What we were hearing before the game started, and just a little bit just now, Jack did not think he had a great game going into this, but he was going to play as best he could, because Harlequins versus Blood Angels is often the Harlequins match, and this terrain is very good for the Harlequins, in that just because of their speed, because of their ability to spread out so fast, he just has so many better options than the Blood Angels player does. That said, losing that Troop Master and that Solitaire early, Jack now feels like he's got a better shot. It's going to be close either way. This is not going to be a steamroller game.
No.
And really, like, it can only go...
This game is really right for 1 or 2 variances or mistakes to just blow out to 10 or 15 points. But that's all that's going to be in it, really. But I do worry that Mike Porter's secondaries might hold him back if he starts to bleed out. If he's just doing 1 a turn, he's going to end up on, 10 behind enemy lines? I suppose he's going for the 4 this turn, because he's going to put the other unit in as well. So he'll get 4 there, 6. Assassination, I'm worried about the assassination score. It might end up just like a 6.
Yeah.
Which could be a blowout.
And that's what they're saying right now, is Jack feels that the assassinate pick, it may be what gives him the game.
Yeah, cost him the game. There's going to be somewhere between 10 and 20 points in this, and it's all going to come down to a variance. Like, I mean, if Mike just flubs and doesn't kill the Death Company, it's 12. A 12 happens, and the game's over almost.
Yeah. So let's cut to the players, because they're having a great conversation about how this is playing out.
Really hoping that boat would die to shooting, and then I could just charge the contents and kill it.
I was really hoping it wouldn't. Did I give myself a CP, Jack? What do you have me on at the moment?
I believe 3 is where you're at, but I can't be sure.
I spent 1, and we've had 4
You ran
turns.
away.
Just run away once.
You just, because you didn't do it there, because I didn't turn.
I think I'm on 4.
Yeah, okay.
Double check. If you think I'm wrong, just let me know.
All right. Couldn't
Okay.
be bothered.
So this guy.
Mirror?
Nope. No. Smite first, then mirror. Then we go mirrors.
Okay. Yeah, next time, can you tell me what you're going to roll before you roll it?
All right. I will always do smite and then mirror.
Thank you.
Take 1 on Dante.
And then 5. No, take 1.
Okay, let's go for dudes inside this boat. Fusions. 1 hit. 1 wound.
Nope. Yeah, no.
4.
Sure. Nope.
Neuro pistols. 2 mortal wounds.
Take 1.
Grenade. 2. 1 hit. 1.
Good.
Neuro pistols from this boat.
Sounds good.
1.
Okay. Good.
And let's do this actual boat itself.
Okay. 3, so 5 up. No, 2. He's got 1 wound left. He's dead.
Death Jester's boat.
Yep.
2.
3s. Good, good.
So
So
boat just in front of it.
2 boats and the contents of shot. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I've got
Okay.
this boat and Death Jester, that boat and Death Jester, 1 more boat.
So boat. 1 rend, 5 up. 1 not rend, 3 up. The 5 up. Dies.
Cool. This boat's going to shoot him.
Yep. So that's 4 boats down so far. You got 1 more?
Yep.
And 2 jesters.
3.
Which boat is this?
This boat.
Okay, I'm gonna get cover on this guy. From the cargo container. He's within 2 inches. How many wounds was it?
3.
3, 2 ups. 1, takes 2. Dies.
So the only thing this guy can see is that guy. So let's do him. 3.
Yeah, once you killed down to 1, it really didn't matter anymore.
1.
4 up. Good.
That Death
Other
Jester,
Death Jester.
and I've got 1 more boat. 3. 2 and 2 mortal wounds.
2 mortal wounds. He's dead.
Cool. Okie dokie. So he's got 5 left.
And -1 to hit, always.
It's not good. Right. So they're going to heroic in there. These guys are going to go and do some stuff. Get in the boat. Get out there. That's what I want. That's good. That's good.
Well, the boat's going to die the same guard, but yeah.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
So they're going into Dante?
Yep.
6.
Look over that there.
Yeah, let me just see if you can get everybody within 6 inches of the boat.
Just with the 3s and 3s.
Yeah, you can get some guys in. I don't know if you can get the whole squad. The 6 is my models here, which you can't be there. So you need to have the entire squad on this side of Dante in order to get them in the boat.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do.
I mean, you had movement, so I'm just going to do this. And now 6 inches is very much everybody.
Cool. So we'll chuck them there. We know what we're doing. Right.
Great
Fab.
sports
All right,
position.
I'm going to
Great,
heroic
great,
in.
great.
I assume that's the end of your charges.
Yeah. These guys, just make sure they're out 6. Doesn't matter really anyway.
Well, I can't heroic them because they're closer.
Yeah.
But wait, hold on. 3 inches. If I go do 3 inches away, I will end up in engage range with these guys. But
Yeah.
you're going to bounce after you fight anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So it doesn't matter.
So it doesn't really matter. The only thing I could do is potentially keep this last guy out of combat, but you are activate first, so it won't matter.
Yep.
So everyone just into the boat. This guy is 3 and change, so he's going to end up 3 and change. Like so.
What are you doing here, Jack?
That guy was in the
Do you want
corner.
to just tell me what you're trying to do?
Just if I kill the boat, I can get on the objective.
Right. So do you want to just double check that movement
Sure.
for that guy, yeah?
Sure.
And make sure he's moving closer. Because
So
3
they
inches.
move 6. They move 6.
He's against the wall.
Oh, he moves 6.
Yeah,
In
it's
any
just-
direction.
No, but I have to end
Ends-
3.5
He has to end closer to.
or the same distance, like micrometer closer.
Right, yes.
Yeah.
Like a
So
millimeter. Yeah.
So 3.5, which is where he was, because actually it was about just under 4
Okay.
to where he
he's-
was.
And just under 4, closer.
Yeah, I actually nudged the boat, but yeah, it's like that.
That's okay.
So there, and then this guy is 3.5-ish,
Uh-huh.
and if he ends
Very specific
3.5,
measurements here to try and pull a cheeky play for Jack here.
Big play if he pulls it off. Big play.
Right
And
there,
so we see
that's-
Salty John, the head judge of the,
Yep.
at the LVO
So then
here,
kill the
is
boat, go
watching the
3,
table
get on objective.
just to make sure that these measurements are clear. Because if this goes off,
Either way, that's
it's
still
pretty big
good.
for Jack. It does kind of
Yeah.
keep Mike on probably an 8 this turn instead of getting a 12, which is what he was hoping to do.
And that could be enough to just win this.
Okay, I'm just going to do the
and
It's
then
going to
this
be
guy is
that,
still alive.
that close. That war room trickery
Absolutely.
in chat.
Just
you're
preventing
absolutely
normal
correct.
get-outs here.
Yep. So they're going to do the just close enough so they can do the 6. I'm not going to move
Yep.
them now.
You go in and then go, yeah.
Combats.
-1 to hit.
Good.
Force.
3.
3 ups. He could also be in a different spot.
No, no.
Good.
Just checking to make sure.
And then 2 weapons. Force.
2. No, he's 15.
Yeah. Force. There were like threes in there, dude. It's forced to hit.
Sorry. Yeah.
Just
I'll
roll
just do it again.
Okay.
In fact, there you go. 1.
Okay. Good.
Good. And then they're getting back in the boat.
They're in the boat. 1 CP.
Down to 3.
Okay. 5 Sangard are going to wail on you. 3 axes. +1 to hit, -1 to hit, because I'm near my warlord. So 3 axes. They did heroics, they get the extra attack. It is not assault doctrine. So 3s and 2s. 7. And then I have swords coming after this. Dead.
Cool. Did you blow up? Nope.
Great play for Jack.
So
Big flip.
I'm gonna
Big
do you, Jack.
flippy on Jack.
he's got the troop
He
out,
is
so that they're the
probably
closest
going to
unit.
turn this
Can't do
game
it.
off of this. Now, it's interesting to see where he's going to place these troops. If he can place them in such a way that
Quite nice and being
denies
there, though.
the fallback,
So, yeah,
so
just-
the pile in.
he was
I was
supposed to
actually
place
thinking
it
he
in
could,
Jack,
if he
but
wanted
they
to,
do it
Emergency
there
just,
for
disarm.
just
Happy
about
with
get
that?
closer
Happy
to
with
those
that.
Sangard
Yep.
and they
Yep,
to the
so they can't
objective,
go closer.
forcing them
They have to end up
not
here,
go onto the
and
objective.
they're not on the objective.
It might be worth this.
Which is fine. Mostly just forced you to
It's
do
what I would do
something
in
like
this
this.
situation, to undo
Which
the
I'm kind
FAPU
of okay
that
with.
has just occurred.
So it looks like he kind of
So-
measured it out so that the Sangard couldn't actually
turn.
consolidate onto the objective. They could barely stay out of it.
Yeah,
3
beautiful.
primary.
So well done by Mike. It did
3
hold him to
deadly
only 2
performance.
behind enemy lines, but he did get deadly performance. And guys getting out, and he died. Let's wait and see.
I'm
One
just gonna
guy
It does
sword.
kill one of the troops.
This lines up another cheeky little, very easy kill for
2 more for behind.
Fury of the Lost. Going into the top of 3. These guys are playing at a very good pace. Currently, the score is right now Mike Porter on 37 to 35 Jack Harpster. So Mike actually getting ahead, doing a really good job on deadly performance and behind enemy lines. Direct assault, and this is the one where you take objectives off people, yeah?
Yes,
This-
when you kill units near an objective, right, and steal it from them, then
Yeah.
yes.
So this is why the shock tactics is so good here. So by doing shock tactics, you also do direct assault.
Yeah.
You get bonus primary, and you get a great 4 points on your secondary.
Which is unfortunate. I definitely want to go kill that shadow.
No look, dice check.
Do you like that? Do you like that? Do you like that?
No luck dice again for Mike.
He's not played it hard. The one thing I will say, we did note, Sean decided not to wog turn 1, so that was why he failed all those shadows.
Dustin was like, when Dustin said, "Oh, it looks like he's going full violence," I assumed that meant wah.
Yeah.
That was my
Apparently not.
interpretation of what he said, but nah.
Sean playing it tight to chest. My guess is Soli did what you kind of suggested. Put those
Backfielded.
flamers in such a way that Sean did not want to take the clap back.
Because that's exactly right. Sean could put like 40 orcs into the front lines of Matt, which could be like 1 unit of dim nets and the Nurglings,
Yeah.
and then they die, and then all that just gets exploded by the flamers. So Sean needs to be at least to be respectful, but him going first, I think, is still in his favor.
Yeah.
It brings you down to just infantry, and infantry don't kill sanguinary guard like at all. You do have a bunch of fusion pistols, and those are scary. But I can clean up like these 2 here. That's some fusion pistols gone. I've got those. That's fusion pistols gone. And neuros. Dare I make it a fight? I have time. Time to think. What do you think? What do you think I should do?
Well, let's work it out.
Yeah, let's work it out.
Literally, let's work it out. You go 8-8.
I get 1 more point on Fury because you killed my squad. So I'm going to go up to 8 on Fury.
Yeah, okay, so 8-8. You're going
2-2-2.
2-2-2. So that's 32 plus 10.
Yeah, I'm
42.
probably going to kill units on objectives at some point. So it's going to be like 44.
Okay, so you're dropping a point.
Yeah. Shock is
Fury.
going to be a 15 if I want it to be. Fury's going to be a 15 if I want it to be.
15, 15, and then you're getting a 10 on banners.
Yeah.
I'm going to get 8-8, 12, 3-3-3. So I get 45. Max deadly. Behind enemy lines assassinated is the question.
Yeah.
If you don't do anything. if you come out,
I
then
feel
it's
like
okay.
I'm losing control over where your units can hit me, which is the only problem. I don't like that. I don't like that feeling of losing control over where the units go. So I think I'm just going to hit you really hard in the mouth. And honestly, if that's the way it's decided, who wins the ITC?
Violent
I'm
Eeyore.
okay with it.
I'm all right
we
with
said-
that too.
We
That
said
sounds like
an
fun.
Eeyore with
You've got
pretzel
more
making
problems
skills.
to worry
Yep.
about here.
He's
so
gonna
these
put
guys are going to deal with
the
these
Tigger of
Harlequin,
40k, Mike Porter,
dinguses.
to a
Actually, they're gonna
full,
walk
full
on top.
Nelson.
I called this.
'Cause I can
Remember
charge
said
you while
I
being
called
on
this
the
turn
objective
3,
there.
Jack. Turn 3 full send. And
Yeah.
he's
And they're gonna shoot
doing
you.
exactly as I called. Turn 3 is going to do the full send. He's got he can charge 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boats.
He can get
boats
4
this turn.
boats for sure. He gets his troops in the he's going to get off a lot of charges here.
Troops do not kill Sangard very well.
No.
And when you have a bunch of heroic interventions, and if he has enough CP for interrupt as well, it can be really hard for Porter to clap back appropriately, especially without all the boats doing all the 2 damage which he needs to pick up all these Sangard.
The other side of this thing is because of how Harlequins are, with all the rules they ignore, with everything else, it does mean Jack has like so many questions he needs to answer right away, and that's why we're seeing this full send. But even then, he's a little clenched. He doesn't like not having the control that he normally has
exactly
in the game.
Right. So right now, what he's doing is he's going to force the fight onto the objectives he wants them to happen on. If he didn't do that this turn, the Harlequins would flood and the fight would happen on Jack's home
turn.
objectives
Yes.
rather than happening on the mid-board objectives. So literally, he's got this one chance to decide where the battle happens, and he's going to make it. So one of your Sangard going up into the top left should be enough to slice and dice, kill
Both
both of
boats.
these.
Yep.
But the issue is when he does that, he's going to lose this home objective. That's going to be held by the Harlequins. With 2 units of 5 coming out, that's definitely going to be held by the Harlequins. This one in the middle, I'm not sure if there's troop in there, but definitely he's not going for it. He's going the full.
He's going right to the
He's
back.
going
Yep.
straight into the back, right there, and he's not too worried.
And he's whistling to recognize that Sanguinary Guard do whistle as they travel.
Exactly right.
Much
They
like
do.
the 7 dwarves in Snow
so
White.
I really wonder. So he's gonna try and invest in this one. He's gonna definitely put something else here. But I wonder how he's gonna make it all the way to the back there to complete this. And I think what he's trying to do is make sure he gets to this home objective and just zeroes his primary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Exactly right. Yeah.
I'm going to split fire on my pistols a little. which is
We did it,
probably
people.
good,
Got him.
but-
Adam is 6 years old.
That's how it goes.
There is a troop in the central boat. We have just been informed. I don't think he's too worried about the. I don't think he's too worried about the
contents
the
of the boats
content
at
right
this
now. He just wants to kill as much stuff as he can and then force it to just be troops fighting in combat into 2-up saves. And if he does that, he's actually in a pretty good spot.
14 can shoot stuff into here.
Let's have a little listen in, because this is going to be, I think, the turn that decides the game.
How come they move 14? They got
Oh, they
banner there
don't.
too.
Sorry. No, they don't. They go to here.
So
So they're just going to go to this guy and tell him, if you want to run, you can, but you cannot hide. These guys here are going to all get on the objective. You can charge them through the wall if you really feel like it. Lamartius is going to walk to here. Screw it, right? Shooting. Dante's Inferno pistol into the boat.
Yep.
3. Misses. Can't re-roll it. Their Inferno pistols. 2 into the boat, 3 into him. 2 into the boat. 1 hit. 1 wound. 4 damage. 3 into your guy from half range. 3 hits. 3 wounds. He was -1. He's dead. Shooting. They're going to shoot this boat that's at 2. Threes, no rerolls, because I'm +1, -1 for being next to my
2's
warlord.
hitting, shooting as well.
Yeah, it's +1 all the time. Heirs of Azkaban.
I believe it's Azkelion.
As Kawelion.
7.
Jack, you were my best friend.
Yeah, Jack.
That's fair. Honestly, that's fair. I can't complain about that. I mean, I will, but I can't really. One dude into the boat, the rest into this boat. One dude into the one wounder, one hit, one wound. And then the rest into here. 3, 4, 5, 6. Only matters if you fail saves, right?
You're doing well with these dice, Jack.
Only matters if I fail saves. I told you these were my loaded ones.
There we go. One.
That one?
Which one's that?
That's this one. And they're all going to shoot that boat there. They are hitting on 4s.
Yep.
Great. Not that that's mattered so far, you know, but there we go. That's a little more like it. 3. 3. 3. It's down.
CP?
It's dead.
Does it blow up? Nope.
Nope.
5 guys, 1.
2. 2. There's a 1 in the second one.
Jack looks really stressed here, but it's because he doesn't know if this was the right answer, but like he didn't know what. The problem was, as they discussed things out, it became clear that it was going to be between assassinating behind enemy lines, and that meant that Mike was going to have to start dictating play. So like automatically Mike starts dictating play because Jack has to make these decisions, right? So this isn't how Jack likes to play his Blood Angels, because now he's leaving it up to dice in certain situations.
He is, but he has a way better defensive profile to fall back on than his opponent. His opponent literally is just, sorry, Mike is literally just T3 4 up invulns, or T5 4 up invulns. So the other one is that, sorry, the other issue is that when Mike claps back, he's going into 2+ saves, or with 2 wounds and feel no pains. And right now Jack is being like, well, if you just have no 2 damage weapons, am I that worried?
Dante?
So let's cut to this charge phase and see what happens.
7. So he goes over 3, down 3.
Yep.
Like so. They're going to declare both.
Troop in these?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I should be pretty much 1 inch away from you horizontally, so it turns into like a 5 if you're on. Charge both. Oh, certainly there. 12. Swarm, 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 swarm. Place an emphasis on killing troops over other stuff. Place these guys equidistant. So actually place them closer to these guys. If they're dead, they'll just pile in and fight the boat. If they're not dead, then yeah, everyone will fight the boat if they're dead, and if they're not dead, I'll have stuff to attack them. These guys charging these troops here.
They will move.
Okay. They're the ones leaving.
That light sadist strat being used judiciously by Mr. Mike Porter. At all turns, he's using it to save units and doing a great job.
Or right like that. Yeah, that works too.
There you go.
Okay. The charge still
9.
looks like, yeah, it's a 9, so a 7 on dice.
Why?
Because I'm +1. You said, is it under 9?
Oh,
or
no,
over
so
9?
yeah, so you need a 9, so you need an 8.
Okay. I'll rip it. Because it's not like I have other targets that I need to go for, so I'm going to go for them. Need an 8. Got it.
Big for Jack there.
Oh, big oof,
for Jack.
big oof. Rips the 8. What a mad dog.
You can interrupt, but I don't think your interrupt is going to matter.
She's hurting now. Yeah.
You're too good at the scoring game. I got to punch you in the face. They're going to go there?
I'm going to have a fun turn next turn at least.
You know, somewhat. Them going into both of these. Here, his charge, because it actually matters, 8. And then them charging up top like so. Trying to stay on the objective. Whoop. And then they're charging there. And I'm going to leave enough stuff on the objective. Because there's 4 guys here, I'm going to leave enough stuff.
So guys, we're going to stay on the players for
Makes
this for the fight phase. We do have an update from the Sean Naden table. Dustin has fallen asleep on his feet. I'm watching him right now. He's got his sunglasses down so we can't tell, but it's
Debating
clearly
if I
what's
want a
happening.
hammer.
He has
I
a
don't
bit of
think
a
I need to,
ritual
so
where he
rerolling
strips
hits.
down to the waist, lies down so he can be mopped, but he's found it so soothing. Like a Snorlax, he is now in a restful slumber.
Yeah.
So you can interrupt.
So
but
we'll
I
cut to that
strongly doubt
right
it's
when this
gonna do
close
anything.
combat phase is done,
So
because
I'm
it's
going to
very
disrespect
important
if
for
you want
this
to spend
game.
2 CP, you can spend 2 CP.
Thanks, Jack.
So, no problem.
You
bud.
give me something at least.
You're welcome.
Whilst you completely do your
Dante,
thing.
hitting those 3 guys. 3s and 2s. 4. Ah. Rocking around the clock. They're gone.
Bye-bye.
These guys all piling in.
Yep.
You'll be able to keep control of your objective.
Thanks, Jack.
No problem, bud. Anytime. I'm actually going to leave one model here.
A generous soul, Jack Harpster.
And then one guy's going to be here to give them fights. I don't really like that. Just to make it a little more annoying for you to shoot me. 2 axes looks like. Hitting on 2s, then 3s, because -1 for Dante.
Hitting on 2, sorry.
Hitting on 3s.
Yeah.
Because +1, -1.
Hitting on 3s and wounding on
2s on the axis.
big 2s.
Big 2s. That's going to be 7.
Damage.
2. It's gone.
Low.
Yep.
6 people. They're all okay.
They're all good. Yep, that's the Troopy Master. Here's the squad with all my axes.
Yeah,
so they got +1, -1 from the banner. So I'm going to throw... So I have 25 attacked axes. I'm going to throw 13 here. I'm going to throw 12 here and 1 sword into each. So 13 on this one.
So this is 3s to hit?
3s to hit, +1, -1. Banner goes, you have +1 to hit.
3s?
Yep, so 3s and 2s. It looked really good, and then I looked at the right side of that. 5, off axis. Goes down.
Doesn't blow. Good.
All good. Hitting the other one with axis.
Yep.
That's significantly more. 2s. 6.
2 damage again.
2 damage again. And I have a sword after this. Down.
Doesn't blow. And there's just 5 on there.
3 go down.
So that is purple and what colour check squad's in the Death Jester's boat, Jack?
Not. The blue on the bottom. Yeah, you'll definitely get an 8, but I'll get my shock and fury and everything.
You are very shocking.
And very furious. Lamarty's is going to hit this guy right here. Hitting on 3s, full rerolls, winning on 2s. Actually, he's -1 attack because I didn't get +1 strength attack damage. And 2s. 6. Goes down. I have a unit in combat as well.
Not worth the CP then. Thank you.
Here we go. That might actually make you able to kill him. No, it's not. It's just not. You have other things to deal with, honestly, than killing Lamarty's. They're hitting here. Yeah, because there's just no way. You get out, you go 8. Functionally go 11. You could fusion Lamarty's, so I'm going to leave him here. So when he piles in, he's going to go to there.
Yep.
Right. They're attacking the boat. How many axes in that squad? 3? 2? 2. 4s. And 2s. Only 3? 3. And then I have a bunch of swords after this. Just 1. And then I have 5 swords. 1, 2, 3 swords. This is for dramatic effect. Okay, it's not that dramatic.
Because you've got more.
I've got more. 4 more.
There's 3.
It's 7.
Dead. Doesn't blow.
Okay.
Good.
All good. And then finally, Death Company into those guys. Power swords. They have full rerolls to hit from Dante. Hitting on all of it's going to be force, and all of it wounds you on 2s.
Reroll taking wounds.
Reroll to hit plus
Just
1
gonna
to
take
wound. Yeah, you can go. When I move him in, I'm just going to pile in, touch cover, and then consolidate, get closer to that unit, touch cover.
Cool.
Freaking amazing turn by Jack. He has effectively deboated the entire Harlequins army. He's killed only a handful of troops that have only really died from the disembarks, but he killed 5 out of 5 boats, effectively nullifying the explosive movement abilities of the Harlequin list. We have a beautiful update for you guys. After a word from our sponsors real wonderfully recorded by the beautiful Steve Joel. We're going to run that. Then we're going to hear from the Dusty One himself, freshly dried off, demoistened, in fact. We'll be back with you soon.
Las Vegas Open is made possible by the generous support of our sponsors. Alkylabs.com, Metalist.com, Play with Magic, Frontline Gaming, Champions of Tabletop, Best Coast Pairings, competitive events made easier. The Army Painter, more time for gaming. Live game scores are powered by the Tabletop Battles app, available now on Android and coming soon to iOS.
Quick update from the field, you guys, from the Sean Naden and Matt Morrisale game. The Demon Slapback has happened. Lord did kill the war boss on the bike with mortal wounds. It is gone. It is dead. The Bloodthirster made it into the truck that had the other war boss in there, but the war boss did safely get out, so we could probably expect a WOG turn 2 from Sean Naden. The Nurglings did go into the Gretchen that were getting those good bits. They did survive. He rolled average this time, so they're okay, and they got those delicious bits. Back to you in the live game.
Okay, so I was watching essentially the power stance of Jack across from the power stance of Mike Porter. And Mike Porter cheekily went to shake hands as if like, I think he got me, mate. And then he's like, nah, we're still playing it out. I love that. I love that cheeky stuff by these two guys. Great rapport. Mike is of the opinion he is absolutely stuffed. And I cannot disagree too much with that statement. But there is a bit to play for here, and this is not the kind of game you can just be like, oh, I'm a little bit down, I guess I'll concede. No, you butter up and you play 5 freaking turns, because this is for the ITC, ladies and gentlemen. This is a big freaking deal.
Yeah, that was a massive turn for Jack. It's everything he needed to have happened. It's just the one thing you can't ever do is call Harlequins out.
No, never.
If he has multiple troop units alive, he has so many ways to score. He can flip so many games with the amount of mortals and fusion and stuff he still has in this list. But that said, yeah, he's in a very bad spot.
Well, there's interrupt opportunities. There's -1s to hits on all of these Sanguinary Guard. You only need like 1 unit of Sangard to kill 5 troop. In Assault Doctrine, it's turn 3. He is in Assault Doctrine. Technically, that's if he hits with everything, wounds with everything, you fail all the 4-ups. It's not likely, but technically it can happen. And the issue is, like, he's got big units of Sangard. 5 troop do not kill one of these things.
No,
they
have to get lucky.
He has to have like 5 CP. He has 5 CP, sure.
And his luck dice have failed him this whole game as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think he's gotten 2.
He's gotten 2 the whole game. So, I mean, you can send 5 troop into these big units of Sanguinary Guard that also heroic intervene 6 inches, so you can't really avoid them on these objectives and try and, take things and jank around. Dante is on that middle objective right now, and looks like he's trying to circumnavigate Dante, who's got a 6-inch heroic intervention. The Sangard have 6-inch heroic intervention. He needs to fight him. This is what Jack wanted. Jack wanted to force a fight, to force a brawl, which is the Blood Angels just excel at. And he has, and he's forcing it outside his own deployment zone. Yep. He's hurting Mike's score, and he's putting a bunch of redundancy and insurance upon his own.
From that squad into these guys.
So we're going to the shooting phase. A bunch of fusions and neuropistols are going to come down. We'll see how they do into these 2+ armor attempt saves.
Neuros,
and we'll be right
back.
back.
More wounds.
Sure, sounds good.
No grenades.
All right.
No grenade.
You can fire a shuriken pistol though, right?
Yeah. Hits. Wounds.
Sure.
Kills him.
Kills a guy.
There you go. Appreciate it.
I'm not going to take a guy on the objective for obvious objective-related reasons.
Okay, fusion pistol from the Troop Master into Dante.
-1 to hit. He's the only one who's -1 to hit at range as well. 4 up. Dante takes D6 +2.
Yep. 7.
He's dead. I'm not spending my CP on that. You got Dante.
Big one
That
for Mike.
squad
I
will
mean,
fire
it's not
everything
that
into
big a deal.
Sangard.
Like
Sounds good.
Jack said, he
Fusion,
wasn't willing to
fusions.
waste the CP on it. But
2 wounds.
Or Dante. Just
6-2.
let him
2 dead.
die.
2 dead.
Well, that's because he's saving his CP for the interrupts.
Euros.
Yeah.
Another guy dead.
It's pretty good.
The Hail Mary. The great thing is, even if the Hail Mary works,
No, you're still screwed.
still screwed.
Yeah.
1.
Good.
Okie dokie. So. These guys will shoot everything in here.
Sounds good.
Fusions.
Did a great job
2.
there.
5 up. Doing
Dante
cover.
and 3 Sangard
Kill
going down.
2
First one
probably.
does 8, and the next one does 6.
Yeah, I'm not rolling that.
Neuros.
You can miss me with that.
2. One more. 2 feel no pain shot for the Neuros.
Got it. There's another guy. Can you just hand me the... I'll take this guy so you can't charge them.
Cool.
Or, so it's a little riskier to charge.
Yep.
You got those units, and that's it.
Yeah, Death Jesters 2.
Oh, DJs too, yeah.
Yeah, don't forget the DJs.
I would never, sorry.
So let's do the squad on their own. 2 fusion pistols into him.
Yep. Wow, fusion pistols have never let you down.
2. Wow.
5 ups.
2 dead.
2 dead.
Put the squad, everything into him. 2 fusions. Fusions.
Are you kidding me?
Fusions.
Good.
Hey, there you go.
All right, there we go.
Euros. Take
1. And then
Grenade.
grenade. 1.
Is it 6 left?
No, it's
Is it
5.
when I shot them?
No, it's 5.
When I shot them?
Well, you're going to do it now because you don't want to put a wound on me and then fusion kills a guy.
I mean, I'm clutching, mate. I'm clutching.
I know. Good.
Ooh.
I take a wound from Neuro.
And that DJ is going to shoot into him.
Sounds good. No.
Yep.
7, strength 6.
Absolutely nothing. This DJ into them. 2. 1.
3 up. Good.
Good. Okay, that's everything shot. Let's do some charges. Troop Master's going to charge into Sanguinary Guard.
Checks out.
These guys into Sanguinary Guard.
I'm spending my 2 CP on an interrupt at some point.
Yeah,
I'm not spending
yeah.
on trying to keep Dante alive in a 4 up.
I assumed you would. These guys going to charge into Horrible Man.
Let's do it.
Has he got one of those cool little blades too?
Oh, yeah, of course. He's terrible because he's not actually a Blood Angel, because he's in an Ox. So he's not +1 to wound. I keep forgetting it and then remembering it right as I go to be like, +1 to wound. I'm like, oh, but then it doesn't matter because he never kills anything ever.
This Death Jester into him as well.
Sounds good. The DSG.
Right, this squad.
Yeah, Mike foregoing behind enemy lines currently to just max assassination.
Yeah, I mean, he'll consolidate
throw
1
some
in, I
attacks in
think,
something,
possibly
couldn't
2
I?
after
They'll
the
charge
pile
the
in, but
Death
if he
Company.
piles in,
Sure, why not?
Why not? We need a
dies to
big
shooting from the
6.
maybe.
Come and tell me what you
so
think,
he's
Jack.
like, oh, I
I'll
could
just go
have
around
maybe
here and I might
a few
re-roll this.
points.
Needed. Blues,
Yeah,
because
those
these are all straight in,
automatic,
aren't they?
Yeah. 6 makes it pretty
Yep.
clearly. Yeah.
Cool. I'll come move in a minute. Everything's just charging in here. That can.
Okay.
Jack was absolutely
6
right
makes
to
it
leave
pretty.
Marty's back.
You're like half an
Just
inch away.
pile him in away from the combat.
You go with that?
Just not
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Because yeah, he would have got by those troops for sure. They rolled an 8 on their charge. They would have made him.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
Where do you want to
gives
start?
him more Fury of the Lost options later, and he can take out a troop squad by himself with just a mantra of strength and going full
Start
in.
somewhere, then you kill me.
Yeah.
Where do you want to kill me? That's the better question.
Dude, I'm fine with me killing you anywhere.
Okay.
Mind, he has to fight
Well,
a
this
big
will be more
squad, which should be
satisfying
the
at
top
least.
left.
Okay.
Yeah, he has to, if he go, but if he
Three
doesn't,
guys
then the
into
troop master
him.
just dies.
Did I get
Maybe
luck
5
this
troop
turn?
don't
No, I
kill
failed
4
it again, didn't I?
Sangard, but those
Yeah.
5 Sangard at the top
Let's
could
go
pick
here.
up everything
Okay.
that's in
Destroyed
front of
sword.
them. So
Destroyed sword, gang.
It's bad
Auto
Sangard, no
hits.
matter
Wins
how
on
you cut it.
2s.
Take 5.
5 4-ups. Lose 2. I just like Axles better. I'm going to interrupt over there. They're still +1 to hit. So 2 guys jamming on him.
Yep.
2 guys jamming on them. 1 guy jamming on them.
Cool.
All right. 1 guy on the 2-man. 3s because +1 -1. 2s. 3. They go down. 2 guys. Yep, those 2. 2 guys jamming on the 5-man. 3s. And 2s. 8. Only lose
hello.
1.
1.
Yeah, just 1. And then 2 guys jamming on the DJ. This is the one I would like. Well, that's a pretty good start. Well, that's a little less. Good. 5. 3 go 3's dead. 3 went 4 went through.
CP?
You,
4
no,
and 3.
4 went
No
through.
point.
Do
Yeah.
not CP.
There's no point.
So 1 died out of here.
Cool. He's going to spend 2 CP to fight when he dies.
Sounds good. At least he's dead.
Ah, Death Jester.
Good interrupt by
he hits on 3s, if that makes a difference.
Yeah.
1 in Immortal. Save,
So
takes it, but kills
Kills
one
the
dude.
dude. That's fine.
That
That troop squad are going to fight into him.
-1 to hit. I have scary masks.
Cool. 2 wounds.
2 AP.
These are 1s.
So 2 ups. Good.
Decent weapons.
4s.
4s.
And 4s.
1, 2.
2. 3s. Good.
Let's do. You can't interrupt now, so let's just do that.
No, I'm done with that nonsense.
Combat weapons in there.
-1 to hit.
4s.
4s. You're keeping 2 guys out.
Yeah, that's just the combat weapons.
Got
Yeah, I'm not attacking with anything else. These guys in here,
Oh, that was it? Okay.
they're not -1 to hit the Death Company, right?
No, because you're not scared of Death Company. You're scared of everything else.
3.
3.
4 ups.
4 ups. Good, not. Good.
Cool, and then...
How many guys can actually swing? It looks like only 3.
Yeah. So just 2 more guys with blades.
That was 1 guy.
Go with that.
Just as long as that's 2. I don't think it matters. You're good. So 1 guy's a win. 5s. Nope. So 1 guy's a win.
Into here, into your character.
Yep. He is -1.
Yep.
He has scary mask.
I'm just going to roll 4s to hit. Where 1, -1.
Good. Nope, takes 1.
How many's he got?
He's got 4.
Ooh. He's -1 to hit.
Yes.
3, -2, damage 2.
Sounds good. 3 ups. Good.
And then the Death Jester there. He does hit on
-1.
2s.
No,
-1.
Yep. 4s.
Nope.
All right. All my crackbacks
Your
is.
intention was to be strung out so that you can still be here.
Yeah.
I'm just checking my shirts off. You're all good.
All right. Cool. I figured.
Gotta love the active judging.
These 2 are going to
Keeping
swing
it
the
all
character.
above board. Really appreciate it.
No +1, so just 4s. Nope. These 2 guys are going to swing. They're all hitting on 4s, winning on 2, so I'm just going to roll. No, it's not, because the sword, because you have a lead player. So fist re-rolls off Dante last turn. 2s. 1. Sword. All hit. 3. All right, lead player. So 2 guys.
3 total, yeah?
Oh, 3, because the lead player has
he's
to be back
I
there.
stupidly left him on the objective.
This guy hitting your DJ.
Yep.
4s. Hits on 3s normally because he's a turd. 1. Takes 2.
Confirmed. He is a turd. 100%.
Okay.
This combat did not go the way Mike wanted it to at all. The shooting phase was amazing, but that close
Yeah.
combat.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Just
mate.
It's-
I mean,
Mike knows he's
I'm
gonna
I'm,
get a
I'm
table
doing
here
it
this
just
next
for the
turn.
stream, but
Okay.
well played, mate. Yeah,
Well played.
That
well
is
done.
a handshake. I thought
Well
it was going to
done.
happen. It needed to be an absolute perfect turn. His shooting phase was really good.
It
and
was
then
incredible.
fight phase bounce. Absolutely.
we
he killed,
can
he
do.
killed a total
We
of,
can do.
he killed 7, 8 Sangard in shooting, I think, and then he killed 2 more in the fight.
So
phase.
what are you getting for Fury
Really,
Jack this
really
game?
bad.
15?
15.
And
That's
then one
15.
15 for Fury,
So he killed-
15
he
for
killed like
shock.
10
models in the
banners?
shooting phase.
I mean, I'll probably, yeah, 10 banners.
Not-
I'll probably
not-
set
not
some
great,
amount
not
up.
what needed to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll
Well done,
probably,
Jack
after
Arthur.
this
He-
turn,
like
I'm
I
just
said,
going
he
to go
forced the
banners
issue.
every objective.
He picked his
Yeah,
turn, picked his
yeah.
moment,
What did I
full
score?
sended, forced the issue where it doesn't matter to his score, and it's only going to hurt Mike's. Mike did everything he could to dig out of it. Wasn't enough.
Yeah. So at this point, they're talking about roughly what the score is with the judge there. I believe they're still going to play out the next turn just to play it out, but they know that he's going to be tabled after this.
Pretty much, if they play it out, it's just for you guys at this point, because this doesn't matter. This is just a win-loss knockout. They're pretty sure Jack's going to win by at least 1 point. I'm of the opinion he's going to win by about 20 points.
Which will
that'll be
give
it.
Jack Harpster
The ITC,
the
win.
ITC
He's won the
championship.
ITC for the great year of our season of 2022, and congratulations to him. We will see.
Congratulations,
I
Jack.
mean, you know, it's not done until it's done, but it's pretty well cooked.
So guys, once they're kind of wrapped everything up and they work out how this is going to go down, we're going to get interviews with both players to see how they played out, and then we'll do whatever we can to make sure you keep getting those updates from that War Games live table.
So 102, 16, 22, 31.
No, 20, 25. Yeah, you got 3. You got 25.
16, 22,
25.
25,
Yep.
34, 44, 42, sorry. And then 51?
61.
161. Well done, mate. All the best. Oh, you deserve it, mate.
Just
You
had,
deserve
a,
it. It was
just
a
had
great
a
game.
big cuddle.
It was.
That is
I
the
think-
end of the
Done
game.
anything
We're going to cut to
It's
B-roll.
rough
We'll be
because I
back with some
passively outscore
interviews
you if you don't
with the
feed units
players.
to me.
And yeah,
And then if you do,
congratulations, Jack
eventually I can just
Harpster,
rush you
number
down.
1, Mike Porter,
It's like you
number 2
have
in
to
the
present me your
ITC
entire army at
this
some
season.
point during the game.
Legendary
and then I
runs
just
by
charge
both
all
of
of it.
them. Congratulations in chat.
Congrats, guys.
Thank you very
And
much.
Jack, you're my best friend again. The betrayal,
Shush
the
you.
betrayer
No,
has
I won't.
become
Shush.
the betrayed.
Yeah, yeah.
Illidan Storm Rage.
Illidan Storm Aims.
Illidan
Thank you
Carissimo.
so much, Eeyore. We'll talk to you later.
We'll talk to you soon, guys.
Now we're going to cut over to...
FLGN coverage of the Las Vegas Open is made possible by the generous support of our sponsors. Alkylabs.com, Matalis.com, Play with Magic, Frontline Gaming, Champions of Tabletop, Best Coast Pairings, competitive events made easier, The Army Painter, more time for gaming. Live game scores are powered by the Tabletop Battles app, available now on Android and coming soon to iOS.
You've lost 2 games this season. Fucking animal. You were... Huh? Hi. My name's Adam. This is Mr. Mike Porter. How you guys doing? And we are here after this beautiful semi-final game. Congratulations, number 2 in the ITC. A phenomenal run, phenomenal season, my man. Bit of a rough game. Tell us the ins and outs.
I was really confident going into the game, actually. Normally, it's a good matchup for the Harlequins, but just the way the game panned out and the way that Jack was playing it, he knew exactly what I was going to do, and my game plan wasn't going to work if we carried on. So I had to start pushing, and that's what he was waiting for. As soon as I did it, he just took me out, which well played to him.
So I know turn 1 let him set up to put you in a position where you had to make some ingress, you had to make some hard choices, and I guess that's what opened you up to that turn 3 flood. Yeah, what would have changed if you went first?
I think if I'd have gone first, I'd have put all my boats out. So then, as soon as Jack then moves up, I can then move my boats in, and I start hurting his key units. Whereas him getting that ball position first meant that I looked at the scores, and he was going to win by sort of 3 or 4 points. So I had to then go and try something different. So first turn was big, but I still think it's a tough one on that mission and that mission set.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think this mission was... I thought it was a coin flip. I thought it was in your favor going in. I think Light Sadith's a bit better for you in this matchup. Obviously, Jack very well versed with a different Sadith of Harlequins. In saying that, you wanted to he doesn't kill boats that well. And if you were to just boof his 4 boats in the middle, two in backup with the DJs, was that kind of the plan?
Yeah. I wanted a passive game. I wanted to score my points, keep feeding him units, which obviously Jack realised. And then when I've completely forgotten what I was going to say. I'm too tired.
Dude, legit. That was like your 25th and 26th hours of 40k in the last 3 days. No one's going to besmirch you a bit of fatigue. Second in the ITC overall. Tell us how you went about that. You've dropped 1 game this season up until right now. How the hell has your run come and been this good?
It's been great. I mean, having a consistent army and a consistent terrain set with the UKTC and those big events has been really, really helpful, because you can kind of play and write your list into certain things. Coming here was a great experience. Everything's new. The player place terrain made things a little bit more exciting. But I definitely think, looking at that matchup on that mission, I think if it's UKTC, it's in my favour, yeah, because you can see the objectives. Whereas there, Jack was able to hide in the terrain and stuff, so I couldn't touch him. So yeah, great experience overall.
Fan-freaking-tastic. What is next for you, sir? Are you going to stay on the Harleys? You're playing for WTC for Team England, I believe. Yeah. So you don't get to rest. You just get to roll straight into WTC prep. What can we expect from you in the year of 2023?
So first of all, February off, 0 40k, whilst I just sort of watch what happens and watch everything unfold. And then I quite fancy carrying on with Harlequins, but also that GSC as well. I'd quite fancy those. They look like lots of tricks, fun to play, which is my kind of play style.
Fan-freaking-tastic. Well, dude, thank you very much. I'll give you congratulations. In fact, Cuddle, congratulations. Is this your first time? Getting a podium at the ITC?
Fourth last time. So last time I sort of made a run of it. Came fourth overall. So it's an improvement. Not what I wanted, but I lost to a great guy. So fair enough.
Thank you very much, guys. We'll be back with Jack Harpster. Congratulations again to Mr. Mike Porter. Nothing but love out there. And yeah, UK second in the ITC. First next year. Let's see.
Let's do it. In my pocket, and I'm gonna probably start doing weird stuff. Hey guys, I'm here with Jack Harpster.
Hey.
Now the 2022 ITC champion. Congrats, Jack.
Whew. Yeah.
How's it feel?
I'll let you know when I believe it in about 10 minutes. It feels pretty good, to be honest.
I'll tell you something. Jack here is my best friend. We decided that about a week ago.
Yeah, when I responded to your thing with like 10 questions.
Yeah, exactly. It was just determined at that point. So I'm very proud of my boy here for winning the ITC.
Glad to
for
help.
beating Mike Porter. Only his second loss this year.
Last
year.
Yeah, he's incredibly good. We've played twice, and it has been one of the more intricate games every single time, where we both know exactly what the other person's doing the entire time.
And how did you feel about this game coming into it?
I felt like I had a game plan that if I executed properly, I could win. I felt like if I tried to play his game, I would get picked apart and I would die.
Yeah.
But I knew I could do it. But I knew Mike's an amazing player, and he's been put in the hole 3 times this event and not gone down. So I had to be on my A game for sure. I was very tense coming into this, but I was able to relax once we were in the game. Largely, it's his fault for being such a personable, affable guy,
right?
That I was able to just like go, all right, and then just play a good game at 40K.
I mean, we were listening to your banter before the game began, and we actually just like live mic'd you because it was just too good. Like you guys were obviously friendly. I mean, some of the stuff you said was problematic, and maybe Nick will talk to you later about it. but in total, like it was just great to hear how you guys communicated at the table. Any kind of issues, like the sportsmanship on display constantly throughout was incredible to see. Coming into this game, I think a lot of people from a distance would have said that it's a Harlequin game to lose.
Yes.
But with this table, with your play style, like it really kind of evens that out. And like you said, Mike's a keen player. You need to force him to play your game.
Yeah, absolutely. There's 3 speeds you can play Blood Angels at, which is all the way back, trade missiles every turn, and wild aggro. And you need to be able to do all 3 of those and switch between them and know when to switch between them.
And like yours was like a display of mastery in that, I thought, like how you started where you were, and you were just like trading the Death Company at first, and then you just went all in. And like I saw a little bit of stress on your face when you did the all in because you were about to lose a little bit of control and you were going to rely on some dice. But when it went off, like it was clear Mike had like one opportunity to get out, and then when he failed all the close combat, that was it, right?
Yeah, I mean the odds are not very much on his side to get all the close combat
No, not by
but they
all.
totally can. You know, it's like 4s to wound, no rerolls, or 4s to hit, no rerolls, winning on 4s, or 5s. I get 3s and 2s.
Yep.
It can totally just, look, that's an entire squad gone, but he shouldn't. But he's too good of a player.
Yeah.
He's too good of a player. He's got too fast an army with too good of a score in bottom.
You can't.
We mapped it out.
Units,
We mapped out what the score would be. I'm like, I think if I do this and that, maybe I can win by like if I deny you assassinate. His army's too fast. It's too fast. He's too good. If I have the opportunity to just punch him in the mouth and make it a brawl, I think that's what I have to do. And that's honestly a show of respect because he's too good to just play a game of 40K. If I let him play 40K for 5 turns, I can't say I'm going to win. I probably won't. So, but if I just kill as much stuff as physically possible and then give it back to him to hit me as hard as possible, make a stat check for a turn, and then hit him again, game over.
Just excellent commentary here. Now you're about to go into the finals. You've already won the ITC. You have the chance of playing against Matt Morrisoli's Demons or Sean Naden's Orcs. Which would you prefer?
I'd rather play the Demons.
Yeah.
I mean, Sean's always an excellent time. You know, I've never stopped laughing during a game with him.
Yeah.
But I think the orcs are a little harder for me to deal with than the demons. Although demons are very weird, I do have 3 squads of infiltrators to tell them maybe, hey, back off. Just over there,
How
you
about
can
keep
do your
flamers
demon
that
thing.
way? Yeah.
Yeah, you can do your demon thing, but on that side of the board. Is that fair? And then they go, yes, because they don't have a choice.
Well, that's great. Listen, congratulations again. We do have some Army Painter kits I'm going to bring out to you
great.
here after the interview, but I just want to say thank you so much for your time and just for showing off, like, just the incredible skill and sportsmanship that someone can at the top level of play.
Thank you. Thank you for being my best friend.
Thank you, Eeyore. Back to you guys.